Celebrity Masterchef, and we are back. 20 celebs, all eager to show you and I how good they are in the Masterchef kitchen.
When I cook at home, it's like World War III. It just looks horrific.
They might be able to sing, dance, act, play sport. We don't care. All we're interested in is their cooking ability.
If I was a betting man, I would put some money on me being the first one out.
I cannot remember being quite so terrified.
A brand new bunch of celebs. We're about to find out whether they can be a star in our kitchen.
These 5 celebrities are taking on the challenge to become the next MasterChef champion. But at the end of today, only the best will make it through.
Being on Celebrity MasterChef is terrifying. I feel like some kind of gladiator who's going in to fight on his own against some lions.
My approach for this is just face it head on. Try not to remove any digits. Hopefully no one dies.
I would be lying if I didn't say I was terrified. I don't want to sit there and just have one of those blanks.
I'm very nervous to be here. My children say they know when tea's ready because the smoke alarm goes off.
I just keep having that realisation moment of what am I actually doing?
Oh, my God.
Welcome to Celebrity MasterChef. You are our first batch of celebrity contestants. I'm excited to see you. I'm also slightly nervous, of course, because we have to taste the food you cook. This, your first round, is the mystery box. Inside that box, there are a group of ingredients, and what we'd like you to do is cook for us one great plate of food. Ladies and gentlemen, reveal your ingredients.
Today's ingredients include pork mince, prawns, fennel, cabbage, and pears. The celebrities will also have the use of a basic larder.
Nothing to be frightened of at this stage, because nobody is going home. However, you've got to cook well if you want to succeed in this competition. You got 50 minutes, one great plate of food. Let's cook.
Look, this might look like I know something about food, but I don't.
Actor and comedian Keith Allen
Look at this mess I'm making here. It's ridiculous.
has been starring in movies and TV shows for more than 30 years.
I can bluff through quite a lot of stuff. In fact, my career's been based on bluffing. But this, there's nowhere to hide.
Keith, can we talk about Shallow Grave?
Yep, this is what I'm building for myself right here, right now. Oh, God.
What are you hoping to serve us, Keith?
Don't. I'm making some kind of very spicy burger. Hopefully it'll cook. It's a bit moist. And I'm doing some kind of potato salad. Who's going to be the mug who eats this?
For 2 mugs.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I just realised it's you, isn't it?
Potato salad and a burger? Great. Although, as I look over there, he's now pan-frying his potato salad. Don't know what that's all about.
6'10" rugby player Martin Bayfield won 31 caps for England during his playing career and is now one of the sport's most recognisable pundits.
I would say I'm methodically chaotic. I start with good intentions, and then everything starts to go downhill, and it becomes a little bit of a mess. Sort of carry on cooking, really.
Martin, good to meet you.
And you? And you?
For a big man, you look a little nervous.
I am very nervous. I'm crazy nervous. I'm surprised myself how nervous I actually am.
What are you going to make, Martin?
I'm going to do something with the prawns. I'm not even sure if it would be a curry, but something fairly light. So some fennel, and then just some chilies and spring onions and some coconut milk.
what are you doing here? Why MasterChef?
The challenge, first up.
You were an incredibly competitive sportsman.
I knew what I was doing then, though. I knew what I was doing.
Martin's got himself a decent plan. As long as he cooks the prawns well and he makes a sauce which is vibrant and full of flavour, he'll be fine.
TV presenter Michelle Ackerley has appeared as a regular on shows such as Watchdog and The One Show.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to be giving a plate of food to Greg and John. I mean, that's just mad. What will they think of my cooking? I really have no idea.
Michelle, you seem to make a good start.
I just thought, you know what, I want to try and make something not too crazy and off the wall to start with.
So what are you making?
Well, I don't even know what you would call it, really. But it's just mince with onions, garlic, chopped tomatoes with rice.
Is that not on its way to being a chili?
That's a good point, yeah. So what I'm making, Greg, is a chili.
Do you have a secret formula for cooking the perfect rice?
It's just trying to make sure it doesn't turn into mush. Just keep tasting it. If it's not crunchy, then that's pretty good, isn't it?
Right now, Michelle has got herself some mince in a pan and she's got some overcooked rice. Michelle's going to have to start really motoring. She's still got time to save it. But she's got to cook some rice properly.
You're halfway. 25 minutes left, all right?
Singer Josh Cuthbert is best known for being a member of the boy band Union J.
My fiancée thinks my cooking isn't the greatest. If I can leave this process, being able to cook my fiancée a good meal, then I think it will do leaps and bounds for our relationship.
Josh.
Yes.
Are you OK?
No, I'm terrified and I've had a complete mind blank. It all just feels very alien right now, if that makes sense.
Tell me what you're going to do.
Prawns, char grill, maybe some, fry them in the pan, get some nice sauce in there, doing like some sort of a cabbage wrap with it, so it's, fold it and maybe have a nice little dipping sauce on the side.
You must be on the road a lot.
All the time.
You can't cook for yourself on the road, right?
No, it's just service station food. So hopefully, if I can make this better than service station food, then I'm on to a winner immediately.
That will please me and Joe.
There we go.
Josh's idea is really good. The problem Josh's got right now is his wrap is going to be held together with a cabbage leaf.
It's a bit of a shambles, to be honest.
And he doesn't know how to make a cabbage leaf soft.
Singer Carol Decker was the frontwoman of 80s band T'Pau, who sold more than 4 million albums worldwide.
I think we'll go to South America with this dish. I'm terrified of any of the challenges where you give me a box of stuff and I've got to think, because I'm not an instinctive cook. But I'm going to have a laugh and a good go at it.
Carol, how much cooking do you do at home?
I cook regularly because I have 2 kids and I don't want them to die, so I cook. But I have a very limited repertoire of mom's dishes.
You have played some of the great stadiums around the world.
Yep.
And yet making chili con carne makes you nervous.
It does, yeah. Because at home I'd have had half a bottle of red wine by now and wouldn't care. I'm not allowed to do that here.
Carol's making us chili and rice. The problem for Carol right now is how's she going to present it?
Now, should we go posh with the rice, say, for presentation?
You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get your food on a plate.
You can't eat this. Nobody could eat this.
This doesn't look very exciting, does it?
Looks like cat food.
It's disgusting.
You have just 30 seconds. Stop. Time's up.
Oh, I would eat that. That is girly food.
Eh?
I've cooked man food.
Swap.
And you've cooked girl food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
I'll come round to your house. I don't understand. I can normally cook rice, but it all just went mushy.
Well, there's pressure of time, isn't it?
Martin, why don't you come and join us, sir?
First up is former England rugby player Martin Bayfield.
Table of doom.
Who has made an Asian prawn curry with pickled fennel, spring onions and cabbage cooked in soy sauce, served with rice.
You've got some nice flavours in there, Martin. I really like the cabbage with the soy sauce. I really like the flavour of coconut milk and chilli. That's not bad, old son.
Thank you.
For a first attempt.
I really like that pickled fennel across the top with the sharp lemon going with the sweetness of the coconut milk and then the saltiness of the prawns. Your prawns are cooked well. You've got a nice little crunch to them. That's good. They're not overcooked. That's a good start. You've got a decent palate.
Thank you very much. That may well have been a fluke. May well have been a fluke. But it seemed to work. They didn't keel over when they ate it. I'll take that as a positive sign.
I hope you enjoy.
Singer Josh Cuthbert has made Asian-flavoured prawns, which he's char-grilled and served wrapped in a cabbage leaf.
You promised us a little dipping sauce. What happened to that?
I tried, it tasted horrific.
Your prawns are overcooked, so they're going mushy.
Okay.
Which is a shame, because your flavours are really good, and the crunch of that cabbage is great and really refreshing.
I like a dipping sauce.
Yeah.
I like your prawns cooked a little bit less. But that flavouring of the spring onions and chilli and soy around the outside, that little flavour of Asia is good, really good.
Thank you. I'm happy it's done because it was scary. It was edible, the flavours were nice, so therefore, for me, it's positive.
Actor and comedian Keith Allen has used the pork mince to make a roasted tomato-flavoured spicy burger served with sautéed potatoes, balsamic tomatoes, and a salsa verde.
It looks pretty rough. It's not a disaster. The thing is, Keith, you've got process. You made a salsa verde, which is really flavoursome. You've got a lovely dressing with balsamic vinegar and diced shallot. You've got a burger which you made up, but inside there, you made a roasted tomato salsa. You've got some decent ideas, you just got to execute them properly. Presently, your burger's been executed.
So am I.
We need better cooking on that pate, but your flavours on there are great.
Oh, that challenge is horrendous. You look at it afterwards, there's so many things that you could do. You've probably cooked before, but you just get ingredient blindness.
TV presenter Michelle Ackley chose to use the pork mince to make a chili, which she served with buttered rice.
It's terrible.
Oh.
How did you get that to hold together like that, Michelle?
I
That's brilliant.
honestly don't know.
That is some culinary art.
You know you've overcooked your rice when you offer your guests a slice of it.
I really like the flavours in your pork mince, your mixture. Lots and lots of sweet tomato, lots and lots of spicy chilli, and you can see all the energy has gone into that because your rice is overcooked and the butter has just made the whole thing stick together.
We both agree your mince is good. Learn how to cook rice perfectly, and you would have made a great chili con carne.
It's a weird thing. You want them to be impressed with you. You know, they're like the cool kids in school. You're like, please be my friend.
Finally, it's singer Carol Decker. She's also made a pork mince chili with rice and tomatoes.
Your mince and tomato is seasoned really nicely. You've got a little bit of heat in the background. It's sweet and it's sharp. Your rice cooked really well. It's free-flowing, which is great, and it's been seasoned really well. So that's tasty. I'd eat most of that.
Thank you.
Your cookery is good and your flavours are great. This is a decent start.
Thank you.
A very decent start.
They were very nice about it, so I was very relieved. I'm looking forward to having a little glass of vino later.
Congratulations, your first round on Celebrity MasterChef. I've got to say, there's some great promise in the room. As we want you to learn fast, we are sending you 5 to a professional kitchen where you'll cook lunch for the paying public.
It's early morning, and the celebrities have been split into 2 groups. They're about to enter the world of the professional chef. Josh and Carol are arriving at Leicester Square Kitchen.
After you. No problem.
The restaurant showcases contemporary Mexican and Peruvian small plates. Running the pass is head chef Alessandro Stefoni.
We are an extremely busy restaurant here, so that the turnover is really high. We reach even 250 covers, so the pressure is in this kitchen during the service for sure, yes.
How are you?
Hi, guys.
Thanks for having us here, yeah.
Welcome to Leicester Square Kitchen.
Thank you.
As a tapas identity, the service is very quick, so please be focused in what you do. Please follow me, we have lots of preparation to do.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Thank you.
Carol will have to master 2 cooking techniques for her sea bass, marinated in Andean chili sauce and finished with sea salt and burnt lime.
We are cooking the fish skin side, make the skin crispy, and this is the first process of cooking. The most important thing is don't overcook the meat. It's golden color, it's not burned.
Yeah.
And then we can finish the plate in the oven. You have to be very careful because as a coal oven, as you can see here, we are around 350 degrees. So it's very hot, so.
Yeah.
Let's see this beauty.
Oh, wow. So it goes in skin side up.
Yes. The dish is gonna be finished with some burnt lime on top.
Yeah, I can burn things, chef, so I think I'll nail this bit.
The sea bass is served with a sprinkling of sea salt with lime zest and finished with coriander cress.
As you can see, it's extremely simple. The most important thing is how you cook the sea bass. It needs to be cooked spot on.
I'm really looking forward to cooking it. I'm trepidatious about producing a lot in service because everybody's being really nice now because they're showing me and it's all like, mwah, mwah, showbiz kisses. But when that door opens, they're going to be shouting at me if I lag behind.
Josh is in charge of a Peruvian-inspired lamb dish.
It's fiddly. It's quite a stubborn bit of fat, this one, on this one. Oh, there's a nice bit of blood there as well. I hope that's not my finger.
Josh's challenge will be to perfectly barbecue the cutlets on the charcoal grill.
So basically, you have just to wait 1 minute, 1.5 minutes to make a caramelization from this side, then the other side, and then rest the meat.
Okay.
Look, as you can see,
Yeah.
it's perfectly grilled.
It's looking good. It's looking tasty.
Once grilled, the cutlets are covered in a spicy red chili sauce.
So, for plating the dish, this is what you have to do.
Oh, wow.
And served on a sizzling hot stone.
A little bit of lime juice.
Wow.
Ready to serve.
That's the wow factor, yeah?
Yes, this is one of our best dishes. You're gonna sell maybe 80 of them.
Wow.
So,
OK. I'll do my best. I'm feeling confident, but I know the moment that 15 orders comes in and I've got 35 lamb things on that grill, it's going to be a completely different ballgame.
Across town, Martin, Keith and Michelle are about to have a completely different restaurant experience. Today they will be cooking lunch at Smith & Wolenski, an American-inspired steak restaurant. Their mentor for the day is executive chef Tom Cook.
I've personally worked in Michelin-star restaurants most of my life, so know how to hit higher standards.
Hello, tall man. Wow, got to have to wash your head today.
Everything's got to go out perfect. We don't want anyone eating bad food today.
Michelle is taking on the starter. Seared hand-dive scallops with artichoke puree, crispy kale and garlic butter.
When you put the scallops into the pan's got to be really nice and hot and sizzling, and then you'll end up with a nice golden colour on the scallops.
OK.
We don't want to overcook them completely through, because otherwise they'll go really rubbery. You know, we want the whole thing to be nicely coloured. Then we're ready to plate. So we've just got the hot artichoke puree. Just a few dots of that onto the plate. Scallops onto the plate as well. You've got the crispy kale. It's already been fried. A few pieces of that nicely placed onto it.
The dish is finished with some garlic butter and parsley.
So there it is, finished dish. You know,
Looks delicious.
We don't want them overcooked, okay? So we're relying on you to get it right for us, yeah?
I've never cooked scallops in my life. The thing that's starting to scare me is the fact that when it gets busy, I've got to be keeping my eye on the scallops whilst making sure that the other scallops are plated nicely. Yes. Now I feel like a real chef.
Keith is in charge of a cod main course.
Probably the worst piece of fish anyone's ever seen in their life.
Steamed cod fillet with cauliflower, romanesco, broccoli and a mussel veloute.
Gently open it up and then just pop it onto the rack, like that.
Once the fish goes in the oven, he will have just minutes to finish the veg garnish and add his mussels to the veloute sauce.
And then when they're cooked, they're going to open up, OK? Put a couple of the mussels on there, fish, then just place it into the middle. And then again, really nice presentation. We want it to be looking nice and clean on the plate, OK?
Cool. I don't think I've ever cooked fish in my life. It's doing it and getting it out at the right time.
He has let me loose with an expensive bit of meat and a sharp knife. Anything could happen.
The last contestant is looking after our trademark, the steak.
It is hot here.
It's very hot, yeah.
So they should be most worried, really, you know, because probably the one we'll all be looking at carefully.
As well as perfectly cooking each steak to order,
I don't think that's going to go past 50, so that steak's going to be medium, OK?
That's medium, yeah.
All right?
he will also have to top it with a gorgonzola patty.
Then under the broiler, just to crisp that up, OK? We don't want to leave it under there too long and it goes black and burnt.
Yeah.
You know, we're looking for just a light brown colour to it.
The steak is served with a blue cheese sauce and topped with bacon and spring onions.
And then we're ready to go. Send it up to the room. Key is stay calm. Just remember what I've told you should be a smooth service.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
Exactly. My concern is we're cooking him for the right length of time. Smoke starts billowing out of there, or no, something's gone horribly wrong.
It's midday in London. And service in both restaurants is about to start.
Cara, how you doing then?
I'm ready, mate.
You look fierce.
I'm ready for my fish. I'm gonna smack it.
Check on 1 ceviche sibas, 1 taco beef, 1 duck salad, 1 lamb cutlet. It's your turn.
Action stations, people. First order on. The adrenaline rush I just got.
Josh has just minutes
It's hot.
to perfectly char grill his lamb cutlets.
If you're moving too much, you're never gonna get the charcoal line.
Okay.
You touch it, you ruin it.
Okay. Sorry, chef.
Carol, please. You got the first sea bass?
Yes, chef.
Before she gets her sea bass into the 350-degree Josper coal oven, Carol must perfectly crisp the skin.
I hope I haven't overcooked the skin, because chef did say to me, be very careful with that. Okay, I'm going to put it in the Josper now. I'm going to go for it. So, 2 minutes in the Josper. There we go. Into the Inferno. Please don't burn, please don't burn.
Oh, wow.
Clean quickly, otherwise they're gonna be dry, please. It's on the way. Don't make a mess now. The other one.
Sorry.
One more stone, please, one more stone. Yeah, we have to change it, otherwise it's gonna be extremely messy on the table here. So,
Sorry, chef.
okay, wait, Josh, it was perfect. Just be careful with the tongue.
Yes, chef. The lamb cutlet fell off when I put it on the hot stone, so it just looked messy. Not good enough for these guys. Not good enough, Josh. You know what I mean? Pick it up.
Do you think it's burnt?
Yes, it's
Too much?
over.
Caught on the paper. Can't serve it? No?
No, do it again, please. Do it again.
Sorry,
please.
chef.
Do it again, please. Do it again.
I think I left it in a little too long and the paper all caught on fire. It is tricky because it's so easy to burn. It's got to be crispy but not burnt, and it can go over like that. It's really hard.
Carol, she's overcooking a few fish maybe because it's a matter of panicking. With a service like this, it's a bit, you know, predictable.
One sea bass.
Carol, it was looking good, the last one.
Thank you. I am enjoying it. It's very exhilarating. And I can't tell you how many times I burnt my hand.
Across town, service is also well underway.
2 scallops and 4 fillet that are all medium rare.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
OK, let's go. Let's get going.
Michelle's scallops are proving popular.
Ooh, it's spitting. My main thing is I just don't want to burn them. I just want to make sure they're really, really good.
Try and go a little bit faster, yeah?
Yes, chef.
So, new order, 2 scallops and a terrine.
It's just keeping across how many you've done, how many you've got to go, getting 2 pans on the go at the same time.
Scallops cooked really nice. You've got good colour on them. The presentation.
Yes,
Try
chef.
and get that better on the next plate, yeah?
OK.
Service, please.
I've got a nervous hand. What can I say?
OK, first main course, so you got 4 medium rare gorgonzola fillets.
It's hot. It's so hot.
You know, try and make it really good looking, yeah? Mark, you need to make
Yes,
sure
chef.
you keep up with the pace, yeah?
Yes, chef.
OK. That's it. OK, Martin, they look really good.
you.
Very nicely done. Presentation's great.
It's mad. It's great, though. It's a buzz, real buzz.
OK, now main away, 1 cod, 1 aubergine, and a medium rare fillet away. Keith, yeah?
Yes, chef.
The spotlight is now on Keith to get his cod dish to the pass.
Keith, how long next cod?
3.5 minutes. chef.
3.5 minutes.
4 minutes.
Don't really have the most delicate of touches, do you?
No, I don't.
Let's try and keep it all in one piece. key presentation terms, he's struggling a bit on that. Right, OK, this mussel shell's broken, so we're not going to use this one, all right?
Thank you.
OK. Just all, like, kind of flat on the plate, not really looking at it, make it look alive. Let's get this first cod plated, yeah? Otherwise, all the ingredients are going to get cold on the plate. Come on, focus on what you're doing, keep it together.
Sorry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, service again, table 40.
I'm getting there. First one was a bit of a nightmare, but there you go.
Back in Leicester Square,
Okay, Josh, one more cutlet, please.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
orders are piling up.
3 orders in one. My eyes are watering, everything's sweating, my back is starting to drip.
And Carol is struggling with the intense heat of the Josper oven.
Oven's too hot. It's burning the paper. Up there?
You all right, Carol?
It's kind of frantic because they're all cooking at different times now, so that's the tricky bit.
Okay, Carol, focus. We have lots of fish going on here. You have 5 fish in total, yeah?
Yes, chef.
Let's do it quickly, this one. 3 all together, please. Carol, it's only 1 piece here. It's only 1 piece. You don't need to throw things on top of it.
Sorry, chef. Service, 3 sea bass.
Let's keep pushing. You have 3 more now, yeah?
Really busy.
It's heating up, literally.
Josh also has multiple orders on and is losing track of the cooking times.
Josh!
Yes, sir.
I think that you have few ribs there, few cutlet that needs to go. Let's do it again, let's do it again. Don't burn it, the bones, please, be careful.
No problem. Sorry, the bones, yeah. It's just difficult to try and do everything at the same time.
With service drawing to a close,
1 more sea bass, Carol. 1 more lamb cutlet, please, Josh.
there's one last chance for Josh and Carol to master their dishes.
You're almost there, you're almost there, you're almost nailed it. Very good, Josh. You're getting better and better and better.
Thank you, my man.
Service, please.
Service, please. If the chef's happy, I'm happy. That's all. If he's smiling, I'm smiling.
Service, sea bass.
Thank you for that sea bass. It was perfect. Thank you.
Oh. You had about 5 sea bass on the go at one point.
I was like juggling fish. I was like this with fish.
Just...
Did give me confidence. I got nothing but admiration for chefs and the kitchen brigade. I loved it. I really enjoyed it, but that's probably because I don't have to do it all the time as well.
There were a few moments where it was hectic. I burnt a couple and the chef got quite annoyed. That was quite a depressing moment, but I loved it. Absolutely every second of it, loved it.
Across town, there's been no let-up.
Heart, heart, heart.
OK, new order, 2 more scallops.
2 more scallops. Yes, chef.
How long for the next 2 scallops, please, Michelle?
About 5 minutes. I'm just running behind a bit now because the scallops are just coming thick and fast.
Really need that scallops desperately now. Michelle can't focus on doing 2 things at the same time, like have one cooking behind her while she's plating one.
Ow.
Ideally, we'd like it to be a bit faster. Come, Michelle, quick, quick, quick. Make it nice. Right, it's a bit scrappy and all over the place, isn't it, yeah?
Yes.
Done much better than that to start with. Really not the nicest thing you've done all day, that.
No. It's amazing how it can just go so quickly. You've just got to be so on it at all times.
Is it all right to give them 4 muss? I just realised one of these is broken.
Before you put them in, make sure they're not broken, yeah?
Sorry,
okay.
Chef.
Right.
On mains, Keith's still struggling with presentation.
Stop slopping it over the plate. It's not school dinners, is it?
Yes, chef.
And Martin is also having problems.
Right, look, on this steak, you've got the blood coming out. You've got to make sure it's rested and there's no blood coming out. So just get a fresh plate, put it on, make sure there's no blood bleeding out into it, OK? All right?
Proves it's real, though.
Exactly.
It's real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get rid of that. Time to reset. That's better.
Right, Martin, better, yeah?
Yes, chef.
OK, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Much better, thank you.
Thank you, chef. Nothing's come back yet. That's a good thing, isn't it?
After 2 grueling hours,
Right, how are we doing those last 2 scallops now, Michelle?
Plating up now.
Last one, it's doing really nicely.
service is almost over.
Last table away, guys, 2 cod and 2 fillets.
I'm on that.
Putting the cheese on, chef.
OK. Let's make these ones the best of the day.
Yes, chef.
Don't start screaming at me now.
So hot. It's ridiculous.
That's better.
2 scallops.
Definitely better than what we saw before.
Yeah. Thank you. It's been
All right,
good.
well done.
Thank you. Whew.
Looks very good. Well done, good service.
Thank you, chef.
That looks much better now, Keith, and faster as well. Well done, good service as well. Well, that's it. Service over, guys. Well done. Congratulations, all of you.
Thank you, chef. How was that?
Hot. Brilliant. Absolutely loved it. It's manic. Next time at a restaurant, if something's not quite right, I won't be going, send this back. This is terrible. It's like, oh, they're having a tough time. It's manic down there.
My biggest problem is presentation. It just looks like they've been dropped out of little bombers and landed on the plate.
I've never experienced anything like that in my life. It's a real confidence boost, and I can do it. It's just challenging myself a bit more and getting stuck in.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me that the key to it all is systems. You've got to recognise.
Because otherwise it's just chaos, isn't it? Yes. And it very nearly became chaos.
Welcome back. We are now expecting good things from you. These are dishes that you have had a chance to practice. Give us something fantastic. I'm hungry. Make me happy.
What we want from you are 2 courses. You've got 1 hour, and at the end of this, one of you is going home. Ladies and gentlemen, let's cook.
I'm used to pressure, but I'm used to pressure in an environment where I kind of know what I'm doing. It's going to get tougher and tougher, and then we'll see what happens, but I'd like to get through this round.
What are your dishes, big fella?
So I've gone for a wild garlic and morel mushroom soup, and then I'm doing a rack of lamb with dauphinoise potatoes and some root vegetables.
This is a very posh dinner. I never had you down as a posh cook.
Something that satisfies me. There's meat in there, and there's some bones, and that's kind of good. Eat the meat, throw it to your wolfhound by the fire. That kind of works, doesn't it?
Are you pushing yourself right up to the wire with this?
If I'm going to go down, I want to go down in flames.
Martin's been off a huge amount. If he gets it done, I'm going to be really impressed.
Don't panic, Carol. Keep calm and do what you were told.
You OK? You look a little bit flustered.
I am flustered. I'm trying to attempt something a little more delicate, a little more involved.
Why are you taking your food up a level?
I want to do something other than mince. I'm trying cod wrapped in Parma ham with a pea puree sauce and a clam broth on the side, and hopefully a chocolate fondant that's going to come out of its ramekin.
What's in your clam broth?
I've made a fish stock out of my cod trimmings, dash of Plonko.
Just a single portion of wine or a double-decker?
Just always a double-decker.
Enjoy.
Piece of cod wrapped in ham. Get the ham crispy on the outside. Let the fish cook slowly in the middle. Perfect. It should just fall apart and not be overcooked and dry. As to a chocolate fondant, I just hope she's making quite a lot of them, because when the first one comes out and doesn't work, then we're going to see the panic button being pressed.
I have to be honest, I haven't really practiced the 2 dishes together within the time. So I'm kind of winging it a bit.
Guys, you have 25 minutes left.
Whoa.
All right, 25 minutes, I know. It's flying!
Well, the main is called Bring Boing Chick 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 Chickpeas. And my starter is called because I just really want to see both Greg and John going, the was lovely, but the tick bang 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 was wrong, mate. Just too much salt and pepper in it for me.
What are your dishes today, Chef?
This is Frenchish chicken. It's got herbs, nice salty olives, bring a little bit of depth to it.
And what are you serving them on?
A bed of egg noodles.
What's your other dish?
Salad of candied walnuts, roquefort, and chicory.
I could be wrong, but you actually look like you're enjoying yourself.
Oh, no, I'm loving this.
I'll get out your face.
Thank you
Good luck.
very much. Cheers.
His chicken dish is his own invention. Legs of chicken, which is pan-fried, he's floured, he's seasoned. And he's going to serve it on egg noodles. Who knows how that's going to work? I'm not quite sure.
Hopefully today I can show the judges that I can actually cook. I mean, in the first round, it just turned into absolute nonsense with my rice. My recipes are pretty basic. It's hearty, it's home-cooked food. And that's what, you know, I'm about.
Do you know what my favourite fruit in the world is?
What? Pears?
No, rhubarb, but I just thought we'd have this chat. Yeah, pears. Pears. What are you making?
Fish pie, and I'm making a warm pear salad. So I'm going to caramelise the pears, and then I'm going to serve it with Stilton, walnuts, and some edible flowers.
I think this is a lovely menu, if you can get it right.
That's the key point, isn't it? The if.
Fish pie sounds fantastic. Fish pie's got to be big chunks of fish in it and not just be mashed potato and white sauce.
We've done big shows in front of lots and lots of people. When we did Wembley, that was terrifying. And this makes Wembley feel like a walk in the park. Masterchef is scary. It's intense.
Josh is cooking apple gyoza, little tiny apple turnovers, and all is used as a Japanese pastry or a wonton pastry. Very, very clever. Great way to do it. But it's an apple turnover. He's making black cod with a miso dressing. If you leave the skin on, it should be crispy. And it's very, very hard to get black cod skin crispy because it's a fatty fish that lives in cold water.
Josh, has John
Yes.
Turode seen your bench?
I don't understand.
It's a mess.
My mum would be ashamed of me right now.
What, is it the creativity? Is it the artist in you? Why
No,
do you...
I'm just a messy guy. My bedroom's messy, everything's messy. That is just who I am.
I'd be really happy if you weren't in such a mess.
It's all kicking off,
But
isn't it?
I love what it is you're making. Love it.
Thank you very much, I appreciate that.
Four minutes left.
I just think I need to leave this now because I'm just messing around with it.
Back of the net.
60 seconds left. Stop. Your time's up. Stop.
Carol, up you come, please.
Carol's first course is cod wrapped in Parma ham, with pea puree and a mussel and fish broth.
I think your cod looks fantastic. I hope it's cooked
Thanks.
really well. Good on you.
Thank you. Tuck in.
I think that's rather yummy.
Thank you.
Rather yummy. Nice flaky cod, salty ham, sweet pea is lovely. That's a nicely presented, good, tasty dish.
You made your own fish stock, Your fish is seasoned really well. That ham has protected the delicate flesh. I think it's really, really good. Vibrant in colour, great textures. Good job.
Thank you, both.
For dessert, Carol has made a chocolate fondant with raspberries and creme fraiche.
I'd like a little bit more run with my fondant. I'd like the sauce to run out and flood the plate. However, your flavours are absolutely perfect. It's not too sweet, really rich, dark, cocoa, opulent dessert as it should be. Fantastic. Good job.
Listen, I've seen many a contestant in tears with their fondants. Well done.
Thank you. I didn't expect that kind of feedback at all.
Well done, well done, well done. Amazing.
Really good.
That's epic.
They were very positive. It's all good.
Keith, please, your turn.
Just gonna catch a train.
Keith's starter is a chicory and roquefort salad with sugared walnuts, sliced apple and radish.
I think you're lacking a bit of presentation skills here, but whatever I think of your presentation, I cannot knock your flavour combinations. You've got bitterness through the walnut and your chicory leaves. You've got lovely creamy saltiness with that blue cheese, and you've added a little touch of sweetness that you've candied the nuts. It's classic and it's perfect, it's beautiful.
I agree with Greg. I think your flavours are absolutely perfect. Good salty cheese, bitter endive, peppery radish, fabulous.
Thank you.
Keith's main is a chicken casserole cooked with cider, olives and carrots, served on egg noodles.
I think you need work on your presentation.
You look at it, you think Chinese noodles, chicken, olives doesn't really quite make sense. However, your flavours are great. You know, you've got this lovely, salty, sharp olives. Your chicken's moist and really well seasoned, well cooked. I love the sauce because you get the woodiness of the cider. I like it. I just think it could be a lot prettier.
The noodles, I think, are a foreign agent in that dish, but the flavours of your succulent chicken, olives, and that cider apple sauce is lovely.
It's just presentation. I don't understand. I mean, there's got to be a food presentation workshop that I can go to somewhere.
Martin's starter is a pea and wild garlic soup with morel mushrooms.
I'd like that soup slightly thicker. However, that is delicious, Martin. There's no two ways about that. That is absolutely delicious. I get hit, first of all, by the natural sweetness of pea, which is delightful. That goes into a tangy, mild garlic flavour, and then you finish with that beautiful, beautiful deep morel mushroom. That's a delicious morsel there, mate.
It's a great, vibrant green colour. The flavours are good. Woody mushrooms, the lovely flavour of the wild garlic. It's good. It's very good.
For his main, Martin has made a roast rack of lamb with shallot puree, roast parsnip and leek, and a side of dauphinoise potatoes.
The fat on your lamb could be rendered some more. However, to get all this work done in an hour, I am really impressed. Your shallot puree is delicious. Lovely and sweet, but also well seasoned. Your lamb is cooked really nicely, so it's still pink. Dauphinoise are fantastic. Soft and creamy, a little bit of garlic, not overpowering. It's really good, really good.
Yeah, thank you.
Martin, there's a cook in you, mate. There is a cook in you. This is well-made food. I'm very impressed with you.
Oh, relieved. I was just really pleased that they liked the flavour. That's what got me, and I'm chuffed to bits with that.
Josh has made black cod fillet marinated in a miso dressing with tender stem broccoli, and egg fried rice.
The rice definitely is overcooked. However, I have to say, I really like what you're doing here. That salty, almost sweet flavour across your cod, I love. The saltiness that you've got in your rice, I love. Obviously, there are issues with it. These are early days of Masterchef. I like your presentation, love your flavours.
Thank you very much.
You have left the skin on this cod, and that skin should be crispy, and it will go crispy if you put it on the grill.
OK.
I like your broccoli. I like the sesame seeds on the outside. You know what? You're trying bold flavours, and good on you for doing that. There's some technical issues, but it's a good attempt.
Thank you.
For dessert, Josh has made apple gyozas with a caramel dipping sauce.
You've made a toffee apple, mate, and it tastes great. Its texture's a little bit crispy.
Yeah.
All that sweet, sharp apple in the middle with cinnamon, that's lovely. Any kid would love it, any grown-up would love it. That's lovely. Well done.
Thank you.
These are exactly what you want. Salted caramel, apples, pastry, fantastic. All you need now is a big bit of ice cream, you'll be happy as Larry.
Oh, nice sauce too.
That's delicious.
I'm like sort of happy and a bit disappointed in myself with some things, but overall positive.
Finally, it's Michelle. She served a warm, honey-glazed pear salad with Stilton cheese, edible flowers, and a sweet mustard dressing.
You've got a lovely sweet dressing, which goes very well with the cheese and with the nuts and the leaves. The pear and a sweet dressing is a little too sweet together.
Once you put something warm on top of salad leaves, it starts to cook them. They go sort of brown like mulch. I don't mind the sweetness too much. I like the texture of the walnuts. I just don't want those leaves to be all mushy underneath.
Michelle's main is a haddock, salmon and cod fish pie, topped with cheesy mashed potato.
That's a lot of mashed potato on top of there, Michelle. Wow. Once you get into the fish pie itself, you've got great flavours with that lots and lots of mustard in that white sauce. Your fish is cooked really nicely. The big thing here is the amount of mashed potato sitting on top and huge amounts of very salty, quite tangy cheese.
I just like there to be slightly less potato so that the whole thing is wetter. However, you've cooked that fish really well and you've made a good bechamel.
The hour in the kitchen just went really, really quickly. I'm annoyed that I put so much mash on it. When you're just so focused, you just kind of forget little things.
I've got to say, I think we've got a couple of stars. I'm really, really impressed with the progress so far. For me, my favourite is Carol. That cod looked fantastic, it tasted great, and she successfully made a chocolate fondant.
I'm very impressed with Carol.
I'm also impressed with Martin. Rack of lamb, a shallot puree, roasted vegetables, and a dauphinoise potato, all in an hour.
That pea, garlic and morel soup I thought was delicious. Martin's had a very good round.
We've got Carol and Martin going straight through to the next round. Anybody you really favour?
Well, I like Josh. I was really impressed with Josh's ambition. I thought it was great, and his invention, because those apple gyoza, they were fabulous, and I've never seen a sweet one of those before.
His fish need to be cooked in a hotter oven or under a hotter grill. However, I liked his ambition. Look, I'm very happy for Josh to go through to the next round.
Whoa, OK, good. That means either Keith or Michelle are leaving the competition.
Michelle, the starter, I like the flavour of the warm pears and the blue cheese. That's good. But it was the bit in the middle where the warm pears had started to melt the cheese and cook the salad leaves and become a bit mulchy.
I've got a serious, serious question mark over Michelle and her fish pie. You had to basically dig through that mashed potato to get to that fish.
Keith made for us a chicory salad with blue cheese and apples. I really liked it. It was great, really tasty.
I think Keith's salad lacked presentation.
His chicken dish played with my mind.
Lovely chicken with those olives and cider. What's that doing on a bed of noodles?
My position coming into this was that I would be the first to leave anyway. They may have seen that there is a journey that I can take, you know, vis-a-vis presentation.
I think, you know, the competition is fierce. Everyone is really good and everyone's so different. But we'll see what happens.
Great standard, really great standard. A couple of you know you've got issues.
The contestant leaving us is Michelle.
Oh, God.
Well done, guys, well done.
You did really well.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Michelle, thank you very much for all your hard work.
Whew. Well, that was a good experience. I'm going out with a smile on my face. I've really enjoyed it. I've met some lovely people, and I wish the rest of the guys the best of luck.
Yeah, I think until Michelle's potato was airlifted in, it was a taxi cab for Mr. Allen.
Really delighted to have gone through. My heart's really fluttering.
I'm very excited. The challenges coming up, I'm sure, will be difficult. Life is too short, so why not throw yourself in at the deep end and just give it a go?
Relieved, but there is still this undercurrent of terror when I think what lies ahead.
Next time, the 4 celebrities are back to fight for a place in the semi-finals.
And then you've got to flip it. It's the hard bit. Ah!
Wake him out, quick, it's fine. Back.
Oh no! Yeah, sorry, guys.
No, that's going to fall.
Nothing wrong with that. I'd eat it.
Oh, you're joking.
That is categorically something I would never order.
It's banging.
We find out what Emma thinks is banging tomorrow at the later time of 8:30. Next tonight, drama is served. If you thought Faith's life couldn't get more complicated, you were wrong. And across on BBC Two now, 2 women's emotional and life-changing journey for the truth. Searching for Mum, India concludes.